What's going on, guys? N1njaHawks here. Today I'm going to be doing a review on Luigi's Mansion 3. Keep in mind there will definitely be spoiler alerts, so if you don't want to see it then you don't have to, but otherwise just click on that video if you don't want to see spoiler alerts. So otherwise, without any further said, guys, let's get into this. Let's talk about the story, and wow, honestly it's a lot of fun. Of course it's the usual King Boo villain himself, and a bunch of new enemies this time around as well, which is really nice as the boss, of course. As for the main enemies themselves, there's not really much once you get into the game, which honestly I was really expecting like more variety, but I mean that's just me with like many different varieties in games. So anyways, let's talk about other stuff part of the main story. So of course, after the main cutscene in the story mode, of course then we save EGAD, and of course EGAD explains everything, and heck, during the campaign you get to have this thing called Luigi, which is what you're seeing right now, which is a goo version of Luigi, and yeah, he's a lot of fun to play as, and he even plays a big role in the story too. Like for example, we can go through certain walls, you can even go underneath things, and he's a lot of fun. However, his big weakness is, outside of his low health, is the fact that he can actually die to like liquids like water and fire, all those basic stuff. But yeah, so otherwise he is pretty handy, but he's not like an overpowered thing, but he's definitely something that it's good. But keep in mind he has a different weakness to Luigi, so you gotta be careful about that. But if you're playing two players on your hand, the second person gets to be Luigi, and honestly it makes quite a fun gameplay. And to be real here, I haven't tried two players out, but I know I've seen gameplay, and man, I could only imagine myself having fun like that. And yeah, that will be a blast. Can't wait to show my friends this. So yeah, anyways, so back to the main topic. What about outside of the main 80% of the story? Well, of course, there's boos, which they make a return. However, they have definitely been majorly nerfed, and honestly, it's not really my most favorite way of getting boos, to be honest here. It's gonna be my least favorite. But however, I do get where they were coming from. They were trying something new, but just didn't work in my mind. However, as for the gems, man, they are a lot of fun to collect, and they're not all easy, and they have their own unique difficulties, and each area has their own, and honestly, it keeps the game nice and fresh without being tedious, thank God. So you may be wondering, how long do these levels take? Well, honestly, I don't know the number, but all I know of is it's a very good amount of number, and to be real here, I definitely straight up enjoy it. I never felt like it was too short or too long, and I like how every level had their unique set of puzzle solvings in each level, and different ways to activate different switches. And to be real here, this is what I feel like when I'm playing Luigi's Mansion, and that's definitely the type of thing I really enjoy. However, next let's move over to the negatives. Honestly, the negatives in this game for the story mode, to be real here, there's not really much to talk about. However, I will say some that definitely buggered me anytime soon, and that is the fact that whenever you get a level to each level in the elevator, I'm sick of always hearing Luigi's last thing he always says each time he puts it in every time, which honestly feels a little repetitive, and to be real here, it does get old pretty quickly, I'm not gonna lie. The other negatives I have in this game is 100% in the game. It's not worth it. All it gives you is decorations. Like, come on. Really, when I'm thinking about 100% in the game, I'm thinking I'm gonna get something great. Like, I don't know, maybe the first Luigi's Mansion is a great example. If you're 100% the game, and you definitely get exactly everything, and you lose very little health, then you get the ranking of A, and what do you know? When you lose very little money, you feel like you've really achieved it, and you feel like you're happy about it. But here, there's really nothing. And as for money in this game, like, come on. you can earn so much, it means nothing. It doesn't even affect your rating, like, come on. And the things that you can buy with money, well, yeah, they're so cheap that you never feel like you're running out and feeling like you're an endless millionaire, but for all the wrong reasons. At the end of the day, the story mode is absolutely worth it, and yeah, if you definitely play this game first, definitely go for the story mode, because you're going to be in for a great time. Anyways, let's move over to Scream Park. So, what do I think of Scream Park? Waste of time and ultimately super boring. And honestly, to be real here, why is this even a mode in the first place in Luigi's Mansion? Anyway, so let's move over to the next mode, Scare Scraper, the one that's literally on this video the entire time. So, let's begin with Scare Scraper. Honestly, it can be fun when you're playing co-op, but if you're playing like me on solo, there are so much co-op elements that I don't know why on earth is there so much co-op elements when it should be able to, allow you to play both solo and co-op, like, nice and comfortably. Like in the second Luigi's Mansion, if you want to play this mode, yep, you're definitely better off playing the second game, because to be real here, in this game, yes, it does have enjoyable parts to it, but you can't pick which mode you want to do, so you only really have one mode, which is pretty much just randomizing the objectives the entire time, which, to be real here, is a real shame, and the boss is the exact same attacks as King Boo himself. What a shame, if you ask me. If you ask me, it's an okay mode, but it's a major disappointment over the main second game mode, and yeah, like, how on earth can you mess this up, Nintendo? Like, why? Like, it was so good, why on earth did you mess it up right here? Just please explain to me why. Now to go over the front and back cover as well as opening up the cover. Luigi's Mansion 3, love that front cover. And the back cover, yeah, it's pretty usual stuff, but I gotta say I do like the theme to this, however. It's definitely enjoyable. Opening this up, and I definitely like how Luigi and, of course, his ghost dog is there. Certainly like how the cartridge looks. It definitely makes up for the small space, and honestly, gotta say congrats Nintendo to that anytime soon. But how does it compare to both Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2? Now we're going to compare Luigi's Mansion 3 to both the first game. Second game, definitely recommend picking this up. It's so worth it, and honestly, this is one of my favorites. But however, man, it's such a great game, and definitely worth picking up if you own a Nintendo 3DS any day soon. It's certainly way better than what people say on the internet about it by a billion. Anyways, let's go over to the first game, which this one's the best game out of the bunch, and man, it says it for itself. The cover is so nice, and so is the back cover, and even the disc is in there, and I like how it's green and stuff, and honestly fits that Luigi's Mansion theme, and yeah, this game is definitely great, and I definitely suggest picking up all three games, really. At the end of the day, Luigi's Mansion 3 is a great game and definitely worth picking up if you have a Nintendo Switch anytime soon. Luigi's Mansion 3 gets an 8.7 out of 10. I am so shocked to finally see a great game. Honestly, this is something that shows a great example of how games should be good. And let's just keep that example for all you game developers out there to show that you don't need microtransactions and that you can make a masterpiece of a game without needing to be the best in the franchise. This is a great example, and definitely anytime soon, let's make good games, guys. So anyways, I'm going to start to wrap up this video up, so thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. Until then, if you want to stay updated for more of my videos, click the bell. And until then, have yourselves a amazing day. And I'll see you guys until my next video. Have a great day, everyone.